Alright, they're gonna get started. Zach is on a pretty spicy. I'm just calling it Grixis mid-range, but it runs a few of the Evoke elementals with the Malakir Rebirth, right?
Yeah, which is going to happen right now, by the way.
Yeah, I thought that's what was happening.
So Zach shows me his hand of Swamp. The Swamp. Is there a life total right? How's?
Oh no, sorry.
Swamp, Blood Crypt, 3 Thought Seasons, Malakar Rebirth, and a Grief.
Looks like Robert's not playing Magic today. So
Yeah, getting a hand disruption. The table in the middle, they rolled for who goes first. Damien rolls an 11 on high roll and goes lit. Harsey goes, that kind of sucks, and then rolls a 12. He's like, oh, I guess I get to go first. You got that stuff lined up, man? Oh no, Grixis mid-range is too long.
Thoughtseize. So Grief, Malakir Rebirth, and 2 Thoughtseize.
Smack you for 3.
Brutal.
Well, do you want to put that up for me over here?
Oh yeah. And the best part is Robert can just top deck a Rhinos at any point now and just still be in this game.
Right. So we're gonna Brazen Bar bounce a Ragavan, which I don't think Robert knows now, but that's the best thing ever could have happened to him because the Blood Moon's coming down for sure next turn.
Well, now it's not for sure because he didn't get the treasure.
Yeah. Then enters tap. We're dashing a rag. Only problem is one of these are dying.
Oh wow. Yeah, outburst.
And the reason I say only one of these are dying, because Menace is attached to Grief. Okie dokie. So we double up Grief. Rag's gonna hit, make a treasure. Oh, that's not. Never mind, that changes. I was at first, I was like, that's not a great place to put your Brazen Borrower because it's not in the exile, it is in the adventure zone, which is a different zone entirely. While we're ripping like a god, literally went back to back Cascaders.
Holy cow.
So, we're gonna call this game over. If I'm Zach, I'm not revealing this Blood Moon. I'm just calling it a day, seeing what I draw, maybe at the very least.
That was some crazy rips, just back-to-back Cascaders off the top.
So many times in that spot, you see somebody just draw 2 lands in a row and lose. Instead, he ripped in a Cascader. I need to pull this up. Nice.
Zach with no turn 1 Grief or turn 1 Thoughtseize this game.
Yeah, probably didn't feel good about him last game.
Maybe we just boarded them all out.
And nah, I'm done with this. He does have a Fury. He has a Dash Ragavan. Says smack you on the noodle. Oh man.
Exiles a Fire Ice.
I mean, you probably gotta be pretty happy with that. Now you know your Ragavan's less likely to die next turn.
Yeah, I think.
We have it. Okay. So, I will say, only sus part of Zach's hand is I saw an Urza Saga and a Blood Moon. So,
What is happening?
sometimes, Blood Moon giveth, and sometimes it taketh away. And it might be a scenario where it has to taketh away. Never mind, he found another land. Look at him go. I would love to see him just slam his Blood Moon.
Play a land, play Blood Moon, blow up my land.
He has a treasure. Oh, well, never mind. Doth's pretty good too. Doth's just a good card. And we're going to play the Ragavan.
Wants to get Dothy out of his hand before he decided to
you want to get the 2 black,
the double
Paid
black
for it.
spell out before. Okay, we're gonna.
I will say I'm like a little surprised to see him dash there because if he is playing cards like Dothy. Oh,
Spunky Punky.
I just saw a spicy card in his hand.
Okay.
Kamigawa, new enchantment. It's the Higetsu who shelters or whatever.
Consumes all. Or Hidetsugu.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not it. It's the enchantment. You know what I'm talking about?
This.
Yeah. Never mind, it is that. I saw that in his hand, dude.
Spunky Pungus, thanks for the follows. So it's, destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less. I was thinking, how does Zach win this matchup, actually?
That just insta-kills the Rhinos.
Yeah.
And then it flips to his win condition for the match.
Right.
I think, so we get another dash Ragman, we get a swing. He's not afraid to swing this time. Robert, is it 16? We got a Brazen Bar bouncing Dothy.
Zach might just second main replay the Dothy here.
Let me play Dothy, or he might want to try to get his value out of an Urza Saga, which would surprise me.
Yeah, he does have a
but
land drop, right?
he does slam that.
Oh, so it's not a Saga. You thought it was a Saga, but it's
I thought,
Hidetsugu? Okay, that makes sense.
Well, like, if you look at it right there.
Yeah, I
the
see.
card,
You only see the left part, yeah.
Yeah, so earlier I said it's a Saga, which, it's technically a Saga. I thought it was Urza's Saga.
Yeah. No,
So I was
I
like,
got
man,
you.
that kind of is whack. But no, it's the Hidetsugu Saga, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, and with dashing the Ragavan and coming back to his hand every turn, Zach can just, he's free to cast his Hidetsugu without killing his own Ragavan.
I am surprised to see him not just play it now. Like, he Brazen Bar or bounces it. So, like...
The Rag?
I thought?
Yeah. No. He's just been dashing it.
Yeah, but he was like, he picked up the Brazen Borrower for some reason and moved it under his sleeve. So I thought he was like Brazen Borrower bouncing it for some reason. I was like, that doesn't make sense.
I think he was maybe separating the Explore pile because he suspended some Rhinos. So I think he wanted them separated or something, maybe.
Yeah.
Robert's under a lot of pressure here, all the way down to 4. Jebity Jeb. Thanks for the follow.
So this is another cool part for Zach is if he's able to escape this game without revealing any of these cards, that's such an advantage.
Right.
On the fact that like,
yeah, Robert might.
Like you're not gonna play around that card, I think.
Yeah.
Unless they know because they are friends and he might have shown them.
No, he was being very secretive and not wanting to tell me what they're on. What are they? Oh, okay. They're laughing and pointing at us for some reason. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, Damien was having a little bit of a fussy fit when he found out that he was playing against Living In.
Oh.
He's like, "Come on, man! I keep losing this match." I was like, "Have a good time." And one of the player playing him was there in the room with him and turned around, was telling us and pointed at him, said, "Yeah, he's not having a good time." He was laughing at him. Oh, dude, we got a shop full of trolls, bro. I love it.
Oh, a Fury trying to clean up this Voidwalker and Seasoned Pyromancer.
But I mean,
Elemental tokens will stick
you're
around.
at 4. We're fetching down. I don't know what we're grabbing.
Swamp.
Um,
Gonna Blood Moon him.
I just again him at 4. I just don't feel like you show it. You just dash this Ragavan and hope it gets through. I think. Because it's enough for lethal. Two mana. Dash Ragavan. Combat.
Endurance. Oh.
Force doesn't work that way. You can't force your creatures. So even if you're trying to troll, it's not how that works.
Okay.
So Zach's now has a game as well.
Game 3.
If you do not know, the little symbols in the corner represent what game they won. I do want to soon try the new layout
Yeah, we're gonna get it ready to go here.
at some point. Making it a little bit different. I think it'll also help with like how Grixis is cut off. We'll be able to size it right.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why it's doing that. I think I know. I was watching the Grinding Breach player. You said you will post an interview with him soon. Oh yeah, I can go back and pull that. A couple people have asked for that. We had a little post tournament interview with him. So
Alright, so we have an interesting line here. He lets him untap and get to combat. Or not even to combat. It doesn't really matter at that point.
fire it or ice. Oh, just ice it. He wants to draw the card.
That's interesting. And now he gets thought seized.
Oh, he's got double Cascaders, but no land. That's why I wanted to draw the card. He really wants to get that land.
I wouldn't be surprised with this and what he has in his deck that he's not just going to get rid of this Fury. Because he also has a Blood Moon.
Yeah.
But I wonder if Zach even like realized that he only has 2 more Rhinos in the deck because one of them's in his hand.
Right.
Once you'll want to see Robert potentially suspend the other one so he can get some amount of threats down, but now waiting seems a little like an issue. We see a combat here and then a Blood Moon cast because we have another swamp. You know that he didn't have a counter spell in hand. We get Brazen Bar or Bounce, which actually clears the way more likely. And here it's slammed. We now have an island and a mountain.
Blood Moon him. Oh, force.
And he drew the force, exiling the other Shardless Agent. Nice. That's really good for Zach, because now he knows that this... He should know what his hand is, technically. Because he drew the force. So it's Fury, land.
If they tap land.
So he knows all the cards.
Yeah.
He knows that this last card's a Fury.
Zach needs to find a Hidetsugu, I think, to have a chance.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Or if he gets down Voidwalker, he can tap it and make
Play his own Rhinos.
Ragavan. I can see Ragavan dash cast Voidwalker being the play here.
Hit, land, we're down to 14. Subtlety's a good card to hit because it's a card that can be cast later. Like for Robert.
Yeah, on Robert's side.
Play that, and here comes the Dothy. I'm going to pick back up, ending the turn. These are going to come off spin.
Yep, and that's going to get exiled by Dothy, and then when it goes back to Zach's turn, Zach can tap and use Dothy's ability to cast the Rhinos himself.
One other important thing to note is we do again know that this is a Fury in hand, and there's a mystery card that we don't know about. Zach plays one more land. It's his own Fury. Which he has. So Zach can go to 16 here. Cast his Fury. I believe we know that the Fury will make it onto the board clean. Obviously, it's up to Zach to take the risk. The only thing you're really worried about is like a mystical wisp could technically get you if you think he brought that in. But it's really unlikely. He didn't ice anything down, so you're pretty clean there. Worst case scenario, it gets bounced back to your hand and you play it again next turn, killing the other Rhino after you make your own Rhinos. See what he decides to do. I think he's asking.
Yeah, Bobby has some actual literal rhinos outside in a trailer.
I saw his face. He's asking.
Oh, you got a question?
For some reason, I thought that I saw somebody do that once.
They can do it with living. So yeah, you should be able to do
That's
that.
that's where it's
All right, yeah. Zach's just confirming that you can tap and cast the rhinos at instant speed with Dothy.
I told him yes, and he said he saw a similar scenario, and I said yeah, that's the issue when people are playing living end because people like you'll flip the board out and they'll have a Dothy come in before as it's resolving, so then it'll get exiled under Dothy,
Right.
and then it goes to their turn, and they're like re-wipe the board, put my creatures back in, and you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, the Dothy living in interaction's pretty sweet.
So he confirmed it. So again, the play I would like to see him do here is shock this in, Fury a Rhino, and then make Rhinos.
Dothy has to follow timing restrictions? Oh, it doesn't.
I'll tell.
Go top. Go stop him. I didn't think it had to follow timing restrictions. All right, we'll confirm. Hair rules. Yeah, still subject to normal timing restrictions. Okay, I did not realize that. Did Zach bring the actual concept of nothingness to represent void counters? Yeah, he did. These players are really dedicated. Yeah, we just confirmed with them that it does have to follow timing restrictions. I did not realize that. Thank you for the catch there, though. Okay, I'm not sure if they're having more questions here or what. What's going on? Yeah, it actually doesn't say like cast the spell. Like Dothy doesn't cast it. It just says you may play it this turn without paying its mana cost. So that makes sense that timing restrictions apply.
One more question. When the card gets casted off a Dothy, is it supposed to go to the graveyard or just stay exiled?
Looks like it just goes to the graveyard.
Okay, because the scenario we're talking about is the fact that it will get cast with one Dothy and then get re-exiled under the other Dothy so that you can cast it again next turn.
Let me look.
We just want to make sure we're not trying to mess this up. It's obviously an important spot in the game. I'm under the assumption that it goes back to the graveyard, therefore it then gets re-exiled under the other Dothy.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Does anyone in chat know how that works? If you have 2 Dothys, looks like they already did the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he played a second Dothy. Yeah, it would go to Rob's graveyard, so it gets exiled again.
So it gets exiled again under the other one.
Yeah, so if you have 2 Dothys and cast off one, it gets exiled, but it goes back to, or goes to the graveyard, but it gets exiled again under the other Dothy.
Damien looks over and goes, yo, wait, how you got Rhinos?
Comes up a lot versus living in. Gotcha.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember because a lot of times when that happens in living end, you kind of just pick them up. You don't really wait and figure out.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't
Endurance.
sitting there trying to find out.
What's up, big guy?
It's a big turn of events for this game.
Yeah, the Dothy's putting in work here.
He drew another copy of Rhinos.
Oh no.
So we have one copy that got shuffled in at some point, I think. Or
He just tucked his own. Oh no, yeah, because they're all exiled, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So he's got 1 in hand or 2 in hand.
He has one in hand.
So he has 1 more left in his deck.
Either one more or it's under the other Rhino. I know I've been out there answering questions too long. I didn't look.
Robert's trying to figure out some way he can deal with Zach about to cast more Rhinos here.
Not only cast more Rhinos, but again, like we said before, we have this Fury.
Right, so you can just Fury.
Oh, we have
one.
Thoughtseize backup too. To like ensure the chance of our.
Look, we're gonna Thoughtseize first.
Yeah. Rhino and the Fury. I mean, we're getting rid of this Fury. I feel like there's no way we're letting that stick around. Another Dothy.
Oh my god.
Nice. Just keep playing them. Honestly, play the Ragvan at this point. Who cares?
Yeah, you just got rid of your opponent's Fury.
Most likely what's going to end up happening here is this Brazen Borrower is going to get flashed in. And he's going to have a 3/1 flyer that's going to attack every turn.
Yeah.
Because Zach doesn't have a reacher and it can't block creatures without flying, so it won't really matter if he holds it back.
If Zach casts the Fury off of Dothy, it just sticks, right?
What is it?
If Zach casts a Fury off of Dothy, it just sticks, right?
Right.
Okay, just gonna.
He's just going to pitch. He knows what his hand is. He says, I'm going to get the value out of this, and I'm going to swing my Rhinos probably.
Cast the other Rhinos.
Get the Rhinos
into
back.
exile.
Zach is literally playing Rhinos better than the Rhinos player right now. Not saying like technically playing better. He's just played more
He's
crashing
created
footballs than his
more-
opponent
Yes, he has.
who submitted the card in their deck. It's a sad day out here for us if we're playing Rhinos. Sometimes it gives us, and sometimes it taketh away.
Grixis Rhinos midrange? Yeah. New archetype. Robert didn't attack? Borrower can't block.
It's up to Zach to know that Borrower can't block. I think the only thing he's afraid of, which would tell me that there's probably another one in the deck, is what colors does Dothy have protection from?
None.
None?
It doesn't have
What
protection.
am I thinking Torok?
Yeah, you're thinking of Torok has protection
Okay.
from white. This is Grixis or Rakdos? I thought he said Grixis, but maybe it is just black-red actually.
I mean, that's all the cards we've seen. It's red-black, so it's probably just...
It's probably just red-black. We'll just change that. Thanks.
Honestly, you probably say Grixis to troll you.
Maybe.
To keep you off the trail.
I thought I saw one blue card. I can't remember though.
So even if or tries to kill this Dothy, he can still sack it and like say I'm going to cast this card this turn because he can cast it until the end of his turn. Cast this to there. And wonder what our other mode's going to be. So draw to discard to kind of stinks here because it's obviously in response to a Doshi's.
Huh?
Yeah, so we're gonna get to Brazen Bar. I had to just make sure. Bobby says I'm out of Rhinos. I think. Never mind. He's not out of Rhinos. Take 8. All right. Good luck. I have 5 of these. Not a whole lot that can happen now. I can't think of a whole lot of draws that you have besides like make other Rhinos, but you're at 3 and Brazen Bar can't block.
Oh, okay. That Crashing Footfalls would have gone to the graveyard because it was cast off of Doffy.
Mm-hmm. Bone Crusher Giant, not going to get it done. Zach has no reason not to swing out next turn because he's going to be able to activate this land and swing out all of his creatures. So he's going to be able to swing I think, is it 3/2 or a 2/2 land? Makes a 1/1.
Then
Then
there's the 3/2 that makes a 1/1.
yeah, so we activate Den, we swing the whole team, make a 1/1. He's triple blocking 1 creature. Picking up his Rhinos, said, give him back. I want my creatures back.